In this episode, we visit Athens, a city renowned for its breathtaking archaeological sites and rich history. But for us, the focus isn't sightseeing. Helios needs our attention, with engine repairs and a broken fridge topping the to-do list. Of course, in true boat life fashion, things don't go exactly as planned.
Got to be out of here by 2 p.m. tomorrow. Or we have to stay another day if they can't get it done.
Join us as we navigate the challenges.
We're nearly at Athens.
Yes, only 5 nautical miles to go now. It's just over behind us.
We've been on our way to Athens for like a month.
It's been a bit of planning. The reason we're going to Athens is, well, it's quite cool to go to Athens, but the reason we're going to Athens is that we need to get some work done on the motor. And after we left the Ionian Sea, this is the first place on our journey that we could possibly get some work done on the engine. So it's a bit of a planning exercise because you've got to arrange that with mechanics to make sure that they can turn up on the day that you've got the marina booked. And even working on the engine, we need sort of 2 days because we need to let it cool down before they can work on it.
The marina's expensive. I mean, this is warranty work. We're not paying for the motor, but the marina's expensive. We haven't been to the marina for over 3 months since we left Tunisia. Do you realise?
Yeah.
We've been pretty good.
Very good. Very good.
Now, luckily, or maybe not so luckily, but I tend to look on the bright side, with this marina lined up, our fridge isn't working very well. Like more than a week ago, 2 weeks ago, it just stopped getting cold enough. So now we can only chill things in the freezer compartment, and the fridge compartment's just cool. So we've been fine. Our food has been fine, but we're also organising a mechanic for that.
Yeah. So, yes, we'll see how we go on that.
Yeah. Haven't got one organised yet. We have 2 phone numbers of 2.
Yes. It's cold enough to keep a couple of beers cold, and that's about it.
And last night's leftover dinner, but we eat it within a day.
Yeah. So the first challenge for us tomorrow is going to be getting in the marina. Like, it's only 5 nautical miles away, but it's forecast about 15, maybe 20 knots tomorrow. And not only that, straight over there, it seems to be that every ferry in the whole of Greece goes in and out of that harbour over there. And some of those ferries go bloody fast, and we have to cut across that whole track. Yeah. So that's going to be a bit exciting, getting through that. Well, hopefully it's not going to be exciting at all. It'll be bloody boring, but we'll have our head on a swivel going through there.
Yeah.
And then into the marina.
Yeah, we'll show you a marina in Athens.
Welcome aboard. We are Jude and Richard. We bought a boat, got married, said goodbye to family and friends, and went sailing. We hope one day to sail the world, but right now we're exploring the spectacular Med as we build our sailing experience and develop Helios for crossing oceans. We'd love you to subscribe to our channel. It's free and it helps the channel grow. We're grateful to those who support us by joining the Sailing Helios crew. Crew get access to our episodes ad-free and enjoy lots of other exclusive content. To find out more, go to sailinghelios.com.
We've got pretty good at hand signals since we haven't had our headsets. One of the things that we have done though is being in a marina gives us a postal address. So we've ordered a replacement headset, and hopefully, Amazon says it's been delivered. Hopefully when we get into Athens today we can pick it up. You should always be able to use hand signals, but there's just so much more information that you can convey with a headset, and you never have to yell at each other. So this morning we had to cross over the entrance to the commercial port, which is over on the port side, and out to starboard is the anchoring field. So we just have to watch for traffic coming in and out of the commercial port. And then a little bit further on is all of those ferries that we spoke about. So right at the moment it looks like there's one cargo ship coming in. I think he'll get across our bow before we're anywhere close to there. More the ones coming out that I have to watch for. Mainly because they'll probably come out and surprise me. Where these ones, I can see them coming for a little while. What are you up to, honey?
I'm learning my French, honey. Oh, it doesn't understand when I shout. It did anyway. I'm doing my Duolingo. Trying to get one in. She's still talking to me. Try and get a practice in because we're going to be busy in Athens. We're probably going to be out and about. And my streak is at about 460 days. I don't want to lose it. So I sneak a quick lesson in when I can.
So we've just got to make it round the headland just in front of us. But at the moment there is a large cargo vessel that is going to be on our path that's coming into port. Currently shows it'll get to within 0.3 nautical miles of us, so best practice here is to stay well clear. It's hard enough for these big boats to come into harbours like this. They do it every day, but the last thing they need to worry about is me flitting in and around them and then wondering what the hell I'm doing. So just assess the situation in the next 10 minutes, and I might just have to hold station here for a little bit and let them pass. So we just slowed down to give a bit of gap between us, make it very clear we're more than a nautical mile away from an intersecting point with them. Don't want to get too much closer either, because just over this way is where the ferries are coming out, and some of them are the fast hydrofoils which go about 30 knots, and they're coming out of the sun, so they're not easy to see. We're going to easily go behind them now. But just off my starboard side is a ferry coming in. It's doing about 23 knots. Got somebody speeding out of the harbour. Fast ferry is going so fast he's going to go well in front of me. In this sort of area, those cargo ships go about the same speed as what we do, and they're about 5 to 7 knots, so that's okay. It's the fast ferries I worry about, because at 30 knots you feel like you're a hedgehog crossing State Highway 1, because there's not a lot you can do to seriously alter your course on the time that they take to get to you. Fast ferry's just coming out of the harbour. Not sure quite what his course is, but he looks like he's going across behind me at the moment. You can just hear the drone of them from a long way away. I could hear a toot and I could hear this drone, and I thought, oh, I better have a look to see what's happening. I now have a very big wake from that ferry chasing me down. We might be surfing soon. It's big enough to be breaking at the top. Looks like we managed to outrun that wake, which is good. So only about 10 minutes away off the entrance now, and nice and protected in behind the headland here. We've had about 20 knots of breeze, so hopefully the marina's tucked down here so we don't get 20 knots in the actual marina.
Teo and Mario made us some t-shirts when they came over. We had two there, we've got Helios on the front. That's Richard. And mine says first mate. No, because we're going to Marina, I think it's time to put our t-shirts on. Thanks, Taya. Thanks, Mario.
Thank you.
We're ready. So what we do is we run these mooring lines here into the centre, because working from the corners is difficult, especially if Richard's manoeuvring the boat there. So that way, when we get close to the dock, I take off these safety lines, and I can stand here and I can throw each of the mooring lines. There'll be someone on the dock to grab them. There always has been. But if not, we've actually managed quite well without someone, because if there's a bollard or something, we can loop. You just loop it and you kind of lasso. We've managed so far. Marina Zaya, this is sailing vessel Helios. Sailing vessel Helios. Do you copy? Over.
Helio, this is Zaya.
Good morning, sir. We have a booking for 2 nights. We are currently outside the marina, seeking permission to enter the marina. Over.
Captain Roger that. Please stand by outside your port number 2. We will call you. Thank you.
Standing by. Over. So we found our spot with staff on hand to help. We just need this port line on first because we've got a bit of breeze coming from our port side. And they're bollards. But anyway, he should be there to catch it and pass it back. Okay, here, Richard. And there's a D coming up.
Jude, let's get you around a bit. What's going on? Yeah, it's easy. Sorry, we'll get that one on.
Okay, you do it.
Around.
What?
I want to get that. Power line on. I can see we're coming around.
Give me to keep lead.
Yeah, keep it. Sorry.
Well, sometimes you say just get it on, well, I've got time to go later. And I pulled and I'm like, this will take 10 minutes. I think you just want it on.
Yeah.
Then we come back to do the other.
So with the wind coming so much side on, this line and that line holds the boat steady.
Yeah.
And all I need to do was to get.
Yeah.
So I just started putting some power. So I just shortened up on this line so I can put some power on it.
Yeah. Like a champ. I'm proud of that. We had quite a bit of wind blowing us over and I couldn't pull on the port bow line enough. I pulled and I'm like, I'm hardly getting anywhere. So I tied it off as it was and came back, but Richard really needed that on. So he just motored forward to turn the boat around and I got more on and now we're pretty secure. Richard's just tidying it up. You dirty?
The best thing to do in a white t-shirt.
Did it.
We did it. That was good.
Easy. Proud of us.
Yes, very busy marina. There's sort of like 4 or 5 boats waiting outside to come in, but they're very strict on the entry and control, which is nice to see.
Yep, you are now 4th in the queue.
Yes. So now we've got to go and complete check-ins. So we've got check-in at the marina we need to do. And hopefully they've got that headset there that we've been waiting on.
Yes. So because we've got a marina, we've got an address, and that's always a big problem for us. And we've actually bought a few things. And like what you do when you do lots of online shopping, I've forgotten what we bought.
Well, we've got a Bluetooth battery monitor that will connect up to our batteries. That will give me the state of charge and the condition of all the batteries. So that's just a very small thing. And then we've got...
Well, we've got Starlink.
Yes.
We've ordered Starlink. So this was ordered maybe a month ago. Once we got the address, we ordered Starlink. Supposed to be here now.
We're supposed to be here on the 19th.
Oh, today's the 29th.
29th, 10 days ago.
Marina said they'd hold it. All cool. However...
So got an email a few days ago to say that it's now due somewhere from the 1st of August to the 4th of August. So not happy about that. So I need to talk to the marina about what we can do about that. Whether we can pop in sometime later in the week or next week to collect that. Yeah.
Just means we've got to hang around.
We don't want to hang around inside the marina at €100 a night. It makes it a very expensive Starlink dish.
So check-in. Do you want to describe check-in?
Yeah, well, I mean, check-in here at the marina is just really, they check insurance and boat papers, etc. And then we've got check-in at the Coast Guard. So that's our transit log. So that's a pretty easy process for us to go through. Probably the hardest thing in that process is for me to give them the next port I'm going to be going to.
Yes. So you got to tell them where you're going to go, and then you've got to go there and be checked that you went there. But we change our mind. We go wherever we want.
Yeah, which is where we are on this one. Like Athens wasn't the destination that I put down, yeah, we'll see. I might just put Preveza actually, and then if we call into somewhere earlier. Okay. Because Preveza is going to be our exit.
We will get there. That's right. Just choose something in advance so you know you're going to get to. Yeah. Is easier than missing out on something.
Yeah, I think so. So
better easier to add something in than not go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be the plan.
See
ya.
honey.
Success.
Is it?
It's the headset.
Yay!
And I asked them about the Starlink, and she said we should better work something out. So yeah. So yeah, very friendly, and the port police are very friendly. She told me off for not checking Stephen off. She said you should drop him off at a port.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, she said put him on here. You dropped him off here.
Ah, so good. Hey, do you want to show us your document wallet?
Yes. Everything in here. She printed out some crew lists. So everyone has a slightly different crew list form, but anyway, she printed out some spare crew lists for me because I'm going to need them for tomorrow. That's our ET5. That's our cruising tax.
Did you pay for 1 more month or 2?
No, I've got to pay for it at customs. So the customs office is across here, like a taxi ride away.
Okay.
Insurance, our boat registry, and then our transit log, which so that's our crew list from today. It's just really stamping us in and out of the ports. So this is saying we arrived from Kalamata because that's our last port that we went to. That we're in Zia, and when we leave here, we'll say Zia and where we're going to, which will probably be Preveza. She didn't even question that we're in Athens and not the port that we said we're going to be. So it's fine. So yeah, we have a folder just with plastic sheets and everything we need goes in its own little plastic sheet. So it's all well organised. Yeah, some of the port officers get a bit grumpy at you if you're not well organised with all your documents ready to go. So get yourself prepared before you go in. So having a document folder is really good. Still trying to sort out somebody to fix the fridge. Go around and see the marina office and see if they can give us any advice, and go to the chandlery.
It's really too hot to do anything else. We've got a few other jobs to do, but I think we'll wait till the evening. Oh my god, come and have a look at these boats. Bougainvillea is magnificent.
So to your right, that's not a hotel, that's
Marina Office.
That's the marina office.
37. That's right.
We haven't done.
Sure, we have an ice cream. Can you guess what the flavours are? What about that one with pink at the back?
It's 6 p.m. and we're heading back out again. I don't think the air temperature's any cooler, but the sun's not quite so strong.
It's about 34.
So really didn't find any good chandlery. A whole lot of little boat stores, but nothing with what I wanted. So we're going to go across the other side. There's a commercial port just on the other side here, and they look to have a really good chandlery over that side. So we're going over there.
Looking for a laundry on the way. Get our sheets and towels done.
And it looks like we'll walk through the main town centre here as well. So we're also on the hunt for some plates and utensils.
Because someone knocked them in the water.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, like a whole bucket full of plates and utensils went in the water. We're sitting on the back of the boat. Short story, dinghy painter got caught around it. I was in the dinghy. I pulled the painter to get myself back to the boat and tipped the whole bucket in the water.
Including our sharp knives from a set.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Not good. And unfortunately this time it was at about 11 metres, and I can't go down that far. 8 is about my limit. So, and you think there's not a lot of difference between 8 and 11, but it's another 3 metres down and it's another 3 metres back up. So, yeah, there is a little bit.
Crystal clear, you can see on the bottom though, tempting.
Yes, I think if somebody looks down, it will look like somebody's set a place for dinner down there. Anyway.
For 8 people.
Yeah. But, okay, that's our mission. We've got to walk, it's about half an hour. And we've got to try and find a laundry that's going to be okay as well, and not charge us the price of our clothes just to wash them.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was this? Got the washing done. The bag's heavier on the way back. Richard's carrying it. Found the chandlery.
Yeah, I feel like we've had a whole day of finding chandleries. I don't quite know how to put it. I would call them, what we've found is like an aisle of a chandlery in each shop. Each one's slightly different. One of them's got paints, one of them's
Cleaning
got
products.
cleaning products, one of them's got stainless steel fittings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one we went to's probably got the most, but still a very limited range.
Got a few bits and pieces.
Yeah, so
Not everything.
Okay, so it's D-Day. Mechanics are meant to be here today. I've been emailing them and trying to call them, and I just sent them a text message and finally got an email response to say, yes, they're going to come today. So let me just show you what they're going to do. So our motor is just down there underneath the companionway steps. So if I go into that cabin here, then we can take this panel off. And here is the engine. Let me turn on a light. So this has been the problem child. This is the electronic control unit on the side of the engine. And this is the bracket that it mounts in. And the problem we had last year is that this bracket broke its mounts. This is sort of like a 3mm mild steel folded bracket, and there's so much vibration that it broke its mounts and was vibrating so much that it pulled one of these cables out, which is goes up to the controls for the engine up in the cockpit. So we had that fixed last year in Sicily. And then Yanmar have been doing a bit of work around the mounting system and the rubber mounts that this attaches to the motor, and that's where they came and did the repair work in Corfu. Well, they replaced these mounts so that the vibration was less. The guy had a really cool app on his phone that could measure the vibration, and he showed me the reduction in vibration. Cool. While he was here, and I have to thank the man, very diligent. He checked the engine mounts, and these, this is a 3-cylinder motor, and so at low revs, it tends to vibrate a lot, and it compensates that by having a different hardness on the engine mounts, port and starboard. And what he noticed was
but mine were around the wrong way. So rather than reducing the vibration, it could be contributing to more vibration. So that's the job that the guys need to come and do today. It's not an easy job because they need to lift the whole engine up to be able to remove those mounts. They need to be able to clear the bolts to remove the mounts, put them on the other side, drop the engine back down. To lift the engine, they need to remove it from the drive shaft, so they have to undo that coupling. I'm not sure they will need to do any other hoses or any other connections. I bloody hope not, because it's a bit of work to do this. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully by the end of the day, we have those swapped over and our engine vibrates a whole lot less and makes a whole lot less noise because it's bloody noisy. Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
Hello.
Very good, thank you.
Okay.
Mechanics have just left. So job done. It's a little bit over 2 hours, I think, which was really good. While they were here, the people to fix the fridge turned up as well. So we had 4 people down here working in the space. The day's going a hell of a lot better than I was expecting it this morning when I was struggling to get hold of both lots of service agents to do the work. But we'll see how we go. I have to say the motor doesn't sound much quieter, but we didn't have the panels on the side, so it's really hard to know. Anyway, whatever it is, at least it's correct now, and that's one less thing we have to worry about. The guys that are fixing the fridge have just gone away to get a new evaporator, which is effectively the ice box in the fridge. I think I put a hole in it. We have let's call it an issue. We have a issue here where on the bench water sort of comes down and falls down and then forms ice on the front of the ice box here. So that makes it really difficult to open. So it's not just condensation from inside the fridge, it's actually water dripping down. And I was a bit impatient the other day when I was defrosting it and I shoved a scraper in there and I think I punctured a hole in the evaporator. So it degassed, which is why it hasn't been working. They're going to put a new evaporator plate in, and then they're going to put on the end of it. It's what's called a quick connect. So they're just so the evaporator fits into the fridge compressor. So the evaporator here and is let's say welded, bronzed onto the compressor, rather than having quick connect connectors. So the quick connect connectors allow you to disconnect without losing any of the gas in the system. So they have valves in them that basically hold the pressure on both sides. Then I could do this job myself. If I needed to replace an evaporator plate again, having the quick connect means I can charge up the compressor. I can buy an evaporation plate already charged with quick connect and connect it on, and it's all done. So for us to try and make the boat something that's easier for me to maintain anywhere in the world, then that's a better solution than what we've got right at the moment. It's now 6:30 and haven't heard from the refrigeration guys. I've called the office. I've called them on their mobile. We've got to be out of here by 2 p.m. tomorrow, or we have to stay another day if they can't get it done.
And the fridge is now off because they needed it completely defrosted and not cold. So we're throwing out all our milks and things, and we've got nothing cold. We're drinking warm water. We're throwing out food.
Yeah, the veggies will be...
Cabbage will survive.
Yeah, they'll be all right for a little bit. Just so bloody frustrating, just the lack of communication.
Yep, we've been sitting here all day.
Yeah. I could have gone and done 5 other things that I wanted to do today. But anyway,
Nothing we can do.
No.
Let's go.
Go out and enjoy ourselves.